My old man taught me how to ride a bike as a kid. I really thought I was getting out there, traversing my neighborhood as a youngster. As the years pass, my hobbies and interests change, but as I'm getting older, I'm getting back to the basics, riding my bike and running on my own 2 feet again. For good health and mobility, and just being closer to nature again are the big reasons. I definitely see and notice a lot more going slower anyway. Life is so fast. My good friend Josh and I have been on a fitness journey together of sorts for the last several years. He informed me about the Virginia Capitol Trail, and never being one to turn down an adventure, I was down to give it a shot, and he was too. It would be a test of physical and mental endurance. Neither of us had ridden a bike that far or that long before. Friday after Thanksgiving 2024, we got together and set out from downtown Richmond. It was a beautiful, cool morning in the 40s and sunny skies. We rode along the beautiful James River, heading out of town. A nice start to this 53-mile-long greenway stretching from Richmond to Williamsburg. To get out of town included a pretty long, steep grade that was honestly unexpected. The late fall foliage made for a beautiful ride through the forest, and even the barren fields that lay dormant until the spring had a sleeping type of beauty about them. This was our first pit stop at the intersection of 295 and Virginia Route 5 that included clean bathrooms and a water refill station. We stayed fueled up with a few Snickers bars and dried mangoes, though we never formally stopped for lunch. From Richmond to Charles City, we met an older father and daughter couple whom were biking the same route as us. They traditionally do this ride together every Friday after Thanksgiving. We last saw them in Charles City, where they invited us for lunch, but we politely declined as the day was growing older and our destination was priority before dark. Charles City was a ghost town, really. Nothing more than Cole's Courthouse Grill from what we could see. That's where our friends stopped to eat. It looked pretty good, but we decided to carry on. The miles passed by one. Our spirits were up and energy still good. We crossed the Chickahominy River, which had its own exclusive bike lane over the bridge. So we have made it all the way down the Virginia Capitol Trail, 53 miles, Richmond to Jamestown. So now it's time to find the hotel and something to eat. Man, you say your legs are done? got it. You got it. The last 7 miles to get from the trailhead to our hotel in Williamsburg were right tough, but we made it. 60 miles. What'd you think about that?
Pitiful.
Tell you what, it's been a good day. It's Saturday, November 30th. We're getting packed up. We got both the bikes in the room last night, luckily. So we had us a good breakfast. We got strong and pretty here. We fixing to get it going. You ever took a bike in an elevator before?
This is a first.
Day 2, Williamsburg back to Richmond. Today started out much cooler at 28 degrees. It never would climb above 40, and we faced an easterly headwind the entire ride back to Richmond. It was a much tougher ride than yesterday, mainly because of the wind, and partly because of our lack of super long rides under our belt prior to now. We stopped about every 10 or 15 miles for water and a snack and hopes to get warm. But the warmth never came, not on foot nor pedaling the bike either. We were glad to roll back down the hill into Richmond on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We finished up with a total of 117 miles in our 2-day trip. Luckily, no injuries and no mechanical issues. Hopefully it's just one of many bike adventures to come.